Hello, Miss Fran here from Brandon Township Public Library, and welcome to another episode of Read Me a Story. Today's theme is March is Reading Month, and I'll be reading some fun books about reading and libraries, and we will sing happy birthday to Dr. Seuss, because March 2nd, he would be 122 years old. So that's amazing. I just love his books. Well, the first story I'm going to read today is The Monster Who Loved Books. I know all of you children like pop-up books, so this is a pop-up book to start off with. The Monster Who Loved Books. One night, Bradley was downstairs in his dad's bookstore. "Oh, this book's been bitten," said Bradley. Then he heard a strange noise in the store. Chomp, munch, crunch, gulp. Peeping out, Bradley saw the biggest, bluest monster you could ever imagine. And it was eating a book. We're not supposed to eat books. "Help! Don't eat it!" Bradley yelled. "They're for reading. Let me show you," he said, reaching for a book. Oh, look at what popped out. Whoosh! As Bradley opened the book, both he and the monster found themselves in the world of nursery rhymes. "Ark!" said the monster, who was scared of Miss Muffet's spider. "Hey, let's try another book now," said Bradley. "Ooh, who's this? Little Red Riding Hood." Opening the book, suddenly they were in the magical land of fairy tales. "Don't be scared of the wolf," Bradley told the monster as they edged away from the genie. "It's time to go now," shouted Bradley, reaching for another one of his favorite books. Ooh, look at the giraffe. And the book opened in the air with animal noises, trumpet, growls, and roars, and howls, and squeaks. "This is too loud," said Bradley to the monster, closing the animal book. The book closed and Bradley was back in his bed. "Ah! Promise you won't eat books again," yawned Bradley sleepily as the little boy's eyes slowly closed and the book fell open on his lap. Had Bradley really met a monster? A monster who loved books? What do you think? Be sure to come back after this short break for some more fun stories.
I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org.
Hello and welcome back to Read Me a Story, March's Reading Month edition. My next story is called I Like Books by Anthony Brown. I like books. Look at all of the books. Funny books and scary books. Ooh. fairy tales. There's Little Red Riding Hood again. And nursery rhymes. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Comic books and coloring books. I love to color. Do you like to color too? Fat books and thin books. Books about dinosaurs and books about monsters. Counting books and alphabet books. Song books, law, and strange books. Look at, there's a fish sticking out of this book. Yes, I really do like books. And look at, he's balancing some books on his head. All right. Well, we'll see you back in just a short break.
Because people like you have said yes. Now I can play football.
And I can play catch.
And I can walk.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. We are going to read another pop-up book called The Birthday Cake in honor of Dr. Seuss's birthday. And like I said, on March 2nd, if he were alive today, he'd be 122. That's really old. The Birthday Cake. Little Mouse was about to nibble at her birthday cake. But who is that hiding behind the cake? Who's hiding? That cat who took the cake away. That cat was about to lick up Little Mouse's birthday cake, but Big Dog, roof, roof, took the cake away. Big Dog was about to bite into Little Mouse's birthday cake, but Large Lion, roar, took the cake away. Large Lion was about to gobble up Little Mouse's birthday cake, but Enormous Elephant took the cake away. Enormous Elephant was about to swallow Little Mouse's birthday cake whole. But who is that squeaking? Who do you suppose it is? Let's turn the page. Little Mouse! Squeak, squeak, squeak. Happy birthday, Little Mouse! All right, can you help me sing Happy Birthday to Dr. Seuss? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Dr. Seuss. Happy birthday to you. Well, before we go to our next break, I'm going to read Dr. Seuss's favorite book, and it is called My Many Colored Days by Dr. Seuss, and it's one of my favorite books too. My Many Colored Days. Some days are yellow, some are blue. On different days, I'm different too. You'd be surprised how many ways I change on different colored days. On bright red days, I kick up my heels. How good it feels to kick up my heels, to be a horse. Ooh, it's a red horse. On other days, I'm other things. On bright blue days, I flap my wings. Some days, of course, feel sort of brown. Then I feel low and slow and low and down. Then comes a yellow day, and wee! I'm a busy, buzzy bee. Bzzz. Gray day, everything is gray. I watch, but nothing moves today. Then all of a sudden, I'm a circus seal. On my orange days, that's how I feel. Green days, deep in the sea, cool and quiet fish. That's me. On purple days, I'm sad. I groan, I drag my tail, I walk alone. But when my days are happy, pink, jump, it's great too, and just not think. There's a pink flamingo. Then come my black days, mad and loud. I howl, I growl at every cloud. Ow! Ow! Then comes a mixed up day, and wham! I don't know who or what I am. Do you ever have those days? But it all turns out all right, you see, and I go back to being me. And that's the best person you could be. And that was My Many Colored Days by Dr. Seuss. Well, we're going to take a short break now, but be sure to come back for some more fun stories. See you in a minute.
Look at this, Josiah! Yeah!
Hello, and welcome back to Read Me a Story. My next story is one of my favorite Dr. Seuss books, and it is called I Can Read with My Eyes Shut. I can read in red. I can read in blue. I can read in pickle color too. I can read in bed and in purple and in brown. I can read in a circle and upside down. I can read with my left eye. I can read with my right. I can read Mississippi with my eyes shut tight. Mississippi. Mississippi, Indianapolis too. I can read with my eyes shut, and that is very hard to do. But it's bad for my hat, and it makes my eyebrows get red hot. So, reading with my eyes shut, I don't do an awful lot. And when I keep them open, I can read with much more speed. You have to be a speedy reader, 'cause there's so much to read. You can read about trees and bees, bzzz, and knees on trees, and bees on threes. You can read about anchors and all about ants. You can read about ankles and crocodile pants. You can read about hoses and how to smell roses, and what you should do about owls on noses. Hoo, hoo. Young cat, if you keep your eyes open enough, oh, the stuff you will learn, the most wonderful stuff. You'll learn about fish bones and wishbones. You'll learn about trombones too. You'll learn about Jake, the pillow snake, and all about Foo-Foo the snoo. You can learn about ice. You can learn about mice. Mice on ice and ice on mice. You can learn about the price of ice. Nice ice for sale, 10 cents a pail. You can learn about sad and glad and mad. There are so many things you can learn about, but you'll miss the best things if you keep your eyes shut. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. You might learn how to make a few dollars, or how to make donuts yummy, or kangaroo collars. You can learn how to read music or play a hut-zut if you keep your eyes open, but not with them shut. If you read with your eyes shut, you're likely to find that the place where you're going is far, far behind. So, that's why I tell you, keep your eyes wide. Keep them wide open, at least on one side. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you back here in just a minute.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job, it's our promise.
Medicaid and CHIP offer free or low-cost health coverage for kids and teens. These programs cover doctor's appointments, hospital visits, prescriptions, shots, and more. As parents, we get peace of mind knowing that our children are covered if they are sick or get injured. You may now be eligible for Medicaid too, even if you've applied in the past. Enrollment is always open. Visit insurekidsnow.gov or call 1-877-KIDS-NOW, paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome to Oxford Community Television. We are proud that our 4 communities continue to choose local programming, local news, sports, community issues, familiar faces, celebrations, and commitment to each other. Welcome to Oxford Community Television.
Hello and welcome back to Read Me a Story. March is Reading Month edition. My next story is by Nikki Giovanni, a library illustrated by Aaron K. Robinson. A library. After breakfast on Monday, Grandmother washes the sheets and pillowcases. I wash the dishes. I help her hang the sheets outside and watch the wind gently blow them. Grandmother takes her sit down and asks me, after you're going to return those books? I hurry up Mulberry Street all the way to Vine Avenue to the Carnegie Library. A library is a place to be free, to be in space, to be a cook, to be a crook. Uh-oh. Oh, to be in love. To be unhappy. To be quick and smart. To be contained and cautious. To surf the rainbow, to sail the dreams. To be blue. I go home and help fold the sheets and peel the carrots and potatoes and onions. And go sit on the back porch, covering my toes with a quilt and read. I love to do that. To be another me. And that was A Library by Nikki Giovanni. Well, for March's Reading Month, of course, I must promote getting your library card. So my next story and last story for this episode today will be D.W.'s Library Card by Mark Brown. Be sure to go to your public library and get a library card of your own. D.W.'s Library Card by Mark Brown. On Saturday, Arthur and D.W. went to the library. Will you check this book out for me? Asked D.W. I can't check out baby books, Arthur said. It could go on my record. What? When I have my own library card, said D.W., I'll check out whatever you want. When can I get my own library card? Said D.W., asked Mrs. Turner. As soon as you can write your full name, Mrs. Turner said. But I hardly ever say my full name, said D.W. How can I write it? I can write my full name, bragged Tommy Tibble. Me too, said Timmy Tibble. At home, D.W. practiced writing her full name. Arthur came in to see how she was doing. Doba Miniford Rebed? Who's that? He asked. At dinner, D.W. asked Mother and Father, why didn't you name me something easy like A? Mother looked at D.W.'s plate. Well, you're almost there, she said. D.W. gasped, quick, more mashed potatoes. Do you ever write in your mashed potatoes? After Father gave her another scoop, D.W. wrote R-E-A-D. I wrote my name, D.W. shouted. On Saturday, D.W. was ready to get her library card. Very nice, Dora Winifred Reed, said Miss Turner. Here's your card." "Hooray," said DW. "Now I can check out any book I want." She went to find the frog book, but it wasn't there. "That book was just checked out," said Miss Turner. "It should be back in a week." "A whole week," DW said. "Well, it might be back before then," Miss Turner said. All week, DW checked to see if the book had been returned. "Sorry, DW, not yet." "No, it's not back yet." "Not yet, DW." The next Saturday, DW was the first one at the library, but the frog book still wasn't there. She waited and waited and waited. "Hi, DW," said a voice. It was Timmy Tibble and his brother Tommy, holding the frog book. "You two had it," said DW, "and you heard it. It's all wrinkly." "It was like that when they checked it out," Miss Turner said. "It's an old book." "We would never hurt a library book," said Timmy. "If you do," Tommy whispered, "they take away your library card forever." Miss Turner checked the book out on DW's card. "Here you go," she said, handing it to DW. "Take good care of it, or else," whispered Timmy. The book looked so old, DW imagined what would happen if she ruined it. She would never be able to check out a book again. At home, DW put the book in a safe place. Every day, she checked to make sure it was all right. On Saturday, DW carefully brought the book downstairs. "Time to return this," she said finally. "Why are you wearing oven mitts?" asked Arthur. "To keep it safe," said DW. "It won't explode," said Arthur. "Did you like it?" "I didn't open it," said DW. "The Tibbles said the library would take my library card away if I hurt the book. It's old. It could fall apart any minute." "Well," said Arthur, "if you're so worried, I'll open it. Hey, my name's in here. I checked out this book out too." "You checked out a baby book?" said DW. "It's not a baby book. It's a great book for little kids." Arthur began to read. When Arthur finished reading, DW sniffled sadly. "It was a happy story," said Arthur. "Didn't you like it?" "I loved it," said DW. "I'm sad that I have to return it." "Then you can check it out again," Arthur said. "I can?" said DW. "It's called renewing," explained Arthur. "Hooray!" DW said, "Then you can read it to me every day, twice a day, once in the morning and once at night. Then I can renew it again and again and again." Well, I hope everyone reads a lot for March's Reading Month. And I'm going to put in a little commercial. Miss Fran is celebrating 50-page years at the Brandon Township Public Library. And on Saturday, April 26th, from 11 to 1, they're having a special party for me right here at the Brandon Library. I hope to see a lot of you here. Have a wonderful day, and until next time, read a lot of good books.